Here we go. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. This is part 3 of my macro analysis video series. I am at 1914 where I left off previously, and I'm now going to do like a formal introduction to my videos because that's something that's definitely lacking. Okay, so just a quick recap for those of you who don't really remember too much. We have that Lucian top, and I was roasting him the past 2 episodes, but there's one reliable thing about the Lucian. Although he plays extremely aggressive, plays extremely up, and he tends to die a lot to 1v2s, easy ganks, he also, I can tell, like he can deal a lot of damage. There are some people who like play ADC top, and also they not only do they feed, but they also just don't dish out good damage in team fights. So something in the back of my head is like this guy is feeding, but he's not hard inting. And in terms of the bot lane, like I mentioned before, they're reliable. And the Diana, not a great player, but she's not going to be too bad. So honestly, I flamed my teammates, but I was pretty... I'm not going to say I was lucky, but I definitely didn't get very bad teammates. Now, over here, we're at the part where they go towards bot side. And right now, we already have 3 dragons. I actually know how to put up the objective timers now. Nice. So we see here that the dragon's not responding for another 5 minutes, so I don't know why Zach is trying to get a full like vision of this side of the map. I think this guy was in autofill jungle, if I remember correctly. So the fact that they're trying to sort out vision here is fine. It's not terrible to do it. It's good to always clear out vision, but you know when the Rift Herald's up, I'm getting free reign on it. So we're at the part where I immediately go ahead and do it. Maybe I should try fast forwarding a little bit. I'm gonna try this. Okay, nice. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I need. Because I noticed my VOD reviews are a little too lengthy too. So let me just go ahead and finish where I do Rift Herald. That was a little buggy. I don't know why the Rift Herald didn't clip there. So I'm gonna go back and here are my thoughts. Okay, Dragon's up in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Baron's up pretty much now. What's gonna happen is we have 3 dragons. Of course, the 4th dragons could be a big win condition for us. Mountain Dragon as the soul is not the best soul to get, but still it'll make us all even more beefy and hard to kill. And it also opens up the door for Infernal. Okay. Over here, the Diana dies 1v1 for no reason. I did ping her off before. If we could jump back real quick to 30 seconds. Look at the funny thing about this scenario. This scenario reminds me of when I was in the top lane. I was in the top lane and the turret was pretty low. Renekton was finishing it. I could have tried to kill him, and I probably would have, but I decided not to because I didn't want to risk feeding Renekton even more. When we look over here, Renekton is clearly about to get this turret. Not only is he about to get this turret, but he also has ultimate up. And the Diana does know it. But she ignores it, and instead goes for a fight against this Renekton, who is 6 and 5 at the point, has Bork, has Black Cleaver. Our Diana's 3 and 4 only has a Seeker's Arm Guard. In terms of armor, went Merc Treads. It's safe to say that she's not gonna win that fight at all. See, that's the decision making that matters in the game. It actually matters, guys. Donating kills 1 at a time. It's not insignificant, okay? There are certain points in the game and pivotal moments that really impact the game. These are one of the slight things that will affect those pivotal moments where you can blame other people and be like, oh, you should have been here, you should have been dishing out this X damage, but the Renekton only gets a little more stronger from this, and that could be a tipping point for a fight we have in the future. Okay? So that's unfortunate, but this guy greets his back. Thresh checks it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and he's gonna burn his flash. I burned ultimate because like I said, my ultimate's on a very low cooldown. We're talking 57 seconds. That's a pretty darn low cooldown. Okay, so what I'm doing actually right now um, is one responding to mid, but I don't want to take the CS, and the reason why I don't want to take CS crucially here is because I am Trundle jungle. I'm not a carry. Okay, I'm gonna be able to dish out damage, but I know where the CS should go. It should go to this Ezreal right here. Instead, what I'm going to do, because the dragon's up in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, is I'm actually going to clear my top side jungle. Okay. That was kind of an int for me. That was a bad decision by me. I went for my top jungle because I wanted to clear it up, and they knew that I was going for that, and they were able to burn my flash. That was a bad play by me. That was a mistake. So I'm not going for the Gromp, obviously, because I don't want to even mess with the top side of the jungle at that point. They have like maybe 3 to 4 guys there. Instead, I'm going to clear. I'm like hovering in between here just to make sure that there's nothing going on in the mid lane. And now that I established that there's no fighting in the mid lane. Okay, look, they have the ward here, so they start Baron. This is another mistake by me, guys, actually. So I haven't said any mistakes. This is actually a pretty big mistake by me and could have cost us the game. Lucian bot, Trundle, me, right here. They could have definitely done this Baron. Let's see what happens though. Oh, actually, no. This is where they do get the Baron. Yeah. No, I made a mistake here for sure. And that's why I'm in D2, and that's why they are. Oh well, that's why I am in D2. They made a good choice of securing that Baron ASAP. So I own up for my mistake. Oh, I actually don't get flamed in the chat when I should have. But you know what? Like, yeah, I should have gotten like, yo, why are you there? Blah blah blah. But they didn't say that, so I'll own up to that mistake. Okay, so let's speed up. And now they have Baron, and what we don't want to do is we don't want to really fight them head on. We can win fights, but we don't want to hit. We have to play fights slowly because they have a Yumi, because they have Explosion with Vel'Koz. They can evaporate us if we're not careful. At this point, we're down 4k. I didn't know that. I thought we were down even more personally. And I knew that the dragon is crucial. It's a crucial take for us. Also, I'm trolling. I said Mountain Dragon before. Sorry, guys. It's a Cloud Drake, and Cloud Drake is extremely good for our team. Like, massively good for our team. So that's why I really wanted it. Cloud Drake would help our team so much. Diana, Thresh, myself, Ezreal ult, Lucian ult especially. Oh, gosh, Cloud Drake is so good for Soul. So they're pinging Dragon, I'm pinging Dragon. I can actually speed this up now. Okay, so here's what I'm considering, and this is a crucial moment in the game. I know they're going for Dragon. I know they have all the pressure in the world, and if we try to contest through blue, there's a really good chance that we're going to die. And we're just going to end up not only giving up with the dragon, but also feeding kills and possibly getting turrets lost in the future. So what I decide to do is push up mid. I'm going to just do this for troll and slowing them, right? Being a burden and a bother. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the Rift Herald here, because I got that Rift Herald crucially from 19 minutes. Okay, and then since there's a bunch of pressure going down to the mid lane, and this is only their first dragon, they have to respond to the mid lane. So they're going, so I know that. So now this is my opportunity to at least hinder them from doing the dragon or stopping them. Guys, this is going to be really sad to see, but just watch. Look at me. I rushed my smite. I rushed it. And that's like noob 101. Never rush your smite, guys, because you'll never have a chance to steal it if you rush your smite. You always have to make sure the number is below your smite. And for me, my smite at the point was 720. I smote it. I like to use that word, smote, at 867. That's what I call an int, ladies and gentlemen. And I saw one more thing. One more thing I saw is that the Zac also smited early, but a little later than me. So it was very lucky for them to get the dragon, but they got it. They got the dragon, but it's, hey guys, fortunately for us, it's not the end of the world. Also, goodness, I'm so confused. I think it is the mountain. Guys, I apologize for that. That's just, yeah, that's weird. Okay, it is the mountain. And this is why this is episode 0, guys, because I definitely have to clean up my VODs. I'm gonna probably watch the VOD over again before I talk about the content, which will make life so much easier for me and make the content a lot better. Okay, so they were able to use the Rift Herald and 4-man, starting here, knocking this out easily, and now even getting the inhibitor. So even though we lost the dragon to a 50-50, which is awesome, right? 50-50, I had a chance to steal it and really like put the game not in a coffin, but like give us a huge advantage. But it was still worth. This whole sequence was worth for us actually. Even though they had Baron, right? They weren't able to use Baron because they were going for that dragon. Because we had 3 dragons already. And we're actually able to get the inhibitor here, which is huge for us. Look at this Lucian missing that E. It's tough. That's fine though. So we end up getting the inhibitor at the cost of Lucian's life and dragon, which I'll take for sure because we got 3 turrets in the mid lane and inhibitor, which will give us extra pressure. Okay. Now what we need to do is just, you know, try to stop them from sieging as much as possible. I'm going to speed this up. Nice, nice. We have to give away this dragon because Lucian's still dead and they have, you know, it's not a good look. I'm going to go back here because the Caitlyn ints. And I'm going to demonstrate why that happened, okay? So we're giving away this mid turret because the mid turret is, you know, it's done. But what I do here is I pillar. I hate to do this while I'm jumping back 15 seconds, but it's kind of important to point out. Okay. This Caitlyn's playing 2 up. She's playing 2 up, so what I do is this Thresh. I didn't even know that the Thresh was about to hook. But I pillar her so that she gets popped up and hey, I'm not taking any credit for the hook. Thresh did an amazing hook. And he was able to hook Caitlyn off of my pillar knock back towards us. And we were able to get the kill on Caitlyn. Even after she burned flash and heal. That's a very, very big misplay on the Caitlyn. She was too confident because she had Yuumi. She had both summers up. And that can happen in a blink of an eye. So we were able to get the Caitlyn, which is tremendous for us. Okay? We'll put this back to 1 speed. Now, I see that the Zac and the Renekton are hard going for my backline, but I personally don't think that they're going to be able to 2v3 them, especially with Lucian coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crucially stop this Vel'Koz from ever having a chance of getting in to help. Okay? By just being a nuisance. I'm a troll. I'm a pest. That's what Trundle is. He's not your carry, hybrid carry. He's not even like a super bruiser, which he can be if you build the right items. But instead, I'm using him as a utility tank. Big fight for us. Big fight. Jeez, it's only 6 minutes have passed. I feel bad for you guys. Okay, let's speed up here. I'm just clearing up camps at that point. I'm pinging Dragon because we do need that Mountain Drake. Just clearing camps here. And I mean, right now it's a little slower part of the game where there's no objectives really to take. Baron's up in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Dragon's up in 2 minutes. So I'm just trying to establish a little vision in the top side. But I also want to yeah, I gotta work on my like decision making and when to speed up things and when to slow down, and that'll come with me taking notes about the VOD and pinpointing certain things I want to point out. This is why this is episode 0, beta episode. Okay, one thing I noticed, and guys, this is always something because you guys want to utilize. Baron's up in a minute. Dragon's up in 2 minutes. What does that mean? We have a whole minute to try to catch someone who's overextended, right? Because there's no objectives on the map right now. None of our lanes are pushed up. So what I do is I go for this Renekton who's very out of place. There's absolutely no way that he has backup because we saw right here Vel'Koz, Caitlyn, Yuumi. Therefore, this is an easy kill. So what I'm going to do is we're hard going for the Renekton. But he channels TP. If he gets the teleport off, he's going to be safe and ready for that Baron fight. So what I do is I burn my flash and I use my pillar to his TP. I think that was a good play by me, and it clearly was a good play by me. Right, we're able to catch this Renekton. He has a 52 death timer now. When does Baron spawn? 46 seconds. That's huge for us. I want to have the whole team reset right now. Good job for resetting right here, buddy. Good job for resetting. Guess who doesn't reset? These two baboons. I'm kidding. They're fine. They're fine. Now we have to go for this Baron, or at least like establish vision. We don't have to go for the Baron. Sorry, we're not at that stage. Like, we're not at a deficit such that we have to like Hail Mary for a Baron. But we do at least need to get vision while it's a 4v5. I just pillar there just for the lulz. Okay. So we're establishing a bit of Baron vision. They're still in the lead by 3k UC here, but I thought it was even more. So we can't just go hard in, even if it's a 4v5. In addition to that, Diana was pushing out top. Guys, okay. This pink ward right here is what I like to call a bait ward. A bait pink ward. I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened. I actually placed this pink ward to try to bait someone into killing it. And guess who's coming? This Caitlyn, the same Caitlyn who I know doesn't have summoners, who I know did the same mistake in the mid lane. She comes. 1, 2, and now look, I pillar her. She can't go this way because this Trundle's pillar is so broken if you guys use it correctly. It's insanely broken, guys. Look, easy money for this Diana. Alt, Q, whatever, boom, bam, beam. Destroy the Caitlyn. Out of the picture. That's huge for us. Now I know Caitlyn's out of the picture. What I'm going to do, I'm going to step on these traps so that people can get into the team fight. Great Zanya's by Diana after she killed the Caitlyn. I really like that. That's not something I would have necessarily thought of. So good job, Diana. And we get the Vel'Koz ult too. That is beautiful. So I know we're going to win this fight. I'm very sure we're going to be able to win this fight. Because Vel'Koz burned ult too. So what's going to happen is, I see that Zach's obviously going hard in. Got a decent ult with Yuumi off. But I know it's not going to be enough. Because I know Vel'Koz burned his stuff. Caitlyn's dead. And they don't have enough damage to beat us as long as I zone the Vel'Koz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hard go for the Vel'Koz here. I missed my pillar there. That sucks, right? But it doesn't matter. We get the job done. And now what I want to do is, okay, so two things. One, even if we go for this Baron, which we are going to do, we have to be very careful of the Vel'Koz. Because even though Vel'Koz doesn't have ult, this guy he can pop us. But fortunately for us, the mid turret was pushed up because we got that inhib. So thankfully, it's a free Baron, which is like very, very good for us. Things really worked out. So I'm pinging Lucian to go ahead and get the dragon for us, right? Which is going to be a mistake on my part. Like, it was kind of me telling him to go and him also going, but it was a mistake of me to allow this to happen. You guys are going to see, because it took us a little while to clear this Baron. Wait, what the heck just happened? I just want to check something. That has to be a visual bug, right? Is there something about Baron that I don't know, where like, yeah, I think that's a visual bug. Yeah. So I'm racing for dragon because it took us too long to get to this Baron, to finish this Baron, because Lucian didn't do it with us. So Lucian was doing this dragon, but the Zack's coming. Vel'Koz and Caitlyn are already here. So I'm telling him to back up. He makes a good outplay here where he burns their stuff. And fortunately for us, no one dies in this exchange. Which was just us outplaying them. Even though we made a mistake, this was a slight mistake. We could give up this dragon. It's not the end of the world if they got this dragon. Even though they have a Yuumi late game, so it would be hard for us, right? But what happens is they do it. Moment of truth. Can I redeem myself, guys? While this fight is going on, can I redeem myself? He early smites. That's his smite. That is his smite, ladies and gentlemen. He early smites. And I get the dragon this time. And this time it's our soul. So, Zach, you can have another go at it. Unfortunately I missed that pillar there. I think it was on cooldown. But hey, we got the dragon. Lucian, you guys didn't see it, but Lucian and Thresh, they outplayed the Vel'Koz and Caitlyn there. So, so I had a good, like, my team was good. They just, their macro game, in my opinion, it wasn't there, especially the Lucian, but his micro gameplay is very good. I'll have to give him that. So, therefore, I am lucky. Like, he's not just like a super inter. And now I know, Caitlyn, Vel'Koz dead. Who are we worried about? Absolutely no one. We can end the game. It's a GG. Right? Zac, fine, you can ult, but you don't do damage to us, right? I'm going to fall back for a little bit, but I know we can outplay this, right? At least we should definitely be able to. Zac goes in like a nutcase when he didn't have to. Vel'Koz is back, but I pillar them. Is super slow. Guys, this pillar is broken. I'm telling you, like, this champion is actually a broken champ. I don't want to say this out loud because I don't want Riot to nerf him, but this guy is straight up broken. Look at this pillar that I'm about to do. It slows them for eternity. It's a free, like, you have to flash if you get hit with the pillar, or else you will die. Caitlyn finally flashes after taking some damage, but it's too late for the Vel'Koz because he got slowed. And the slow is ridiculous, dude. Look at this. Slowing all enemy units by 40% at level 3. When it gets to level 5, it's like 60%, something insane. It's 60% slow at level 8, level 5. There's someone called a streamer, King Nidhogg. He actually levels E first, and he goes Aftershock or Guardian as his rune. And the reason why I don't like to do that in my elo that I'm in is because I think I need the press to attack early game presence, especially in this elo, because a lot of enemy junglers make mistakes, and I can capitalize on their mistakes by being able to really hurt them a lot early game. And therefore I also don't level E first. Sometimes I do level E first when we have like a very tanky team. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh goodness, not a very tanky team, but a very squishy team. Because I know that like my utility is going to be much more worth than my damage will ever be if we have a really strong damage team. Honestly, like if I went pillar first this game, the result, which will be a victory for us, will probably be the same. But I like starting Q and then second on W in this elo because people make mistakes and I need to have enough damage to punish those mistakes. Okay. Vel'Koz is dead. We have a lot of minions in our side. At this point, what I'm doing here is I'm typing in the chat to the team. Hit the Nexus. I'm done with this game. There have been some games in the past where I've lost because we did not simply hit the Nexus. Hit the Nexus, game is over. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that that game had a lot of good stuff in it in terms of macro gameplay. And this is episode 0. This is a test episode where I've obviously learned one. I'm going to do a VOD review of my own, take notes of what I want to pinpoint so that my delivery is going to be much more clean. And also, I'm going to figure things out like when to speed up, when not to speed up, because this is obviously taking a little too long. I appreciate your time. Thank you guys, and best luck on the Rift.